Ngayon at syempre pakinggan natin kung anong sasabihin ni Presidential Spokesman Secretary Harry Roque at para samahan tayo doon, nandun din si Radyoman Deo de Guzman.
Tingnan natin ang press briefing ni Secretary Harry Roque.
Mabuting balita, yung Dutch financial giant ING Bank set the country's economic growth at 6.9% for the first quarter of this year due to increasing government spending, while the country's full-year GDP growth was projected to improve at 6.8%. We welcome another milestone as international tourist arrivals for the first 3 months of 2018 had totaled to 2,049,094, a 14.80% higher compared to 1,784,882 in the same period last year per tourism of the Department of Tourism data. South Korea continues to be our top source market, with China coming in second. Magandang balita po sa mga magsasaka sa probinsya ng Nueva Ecija. Mapapahusay na ang produksyon ng bigas sa kanilang lugar. The Department of Agriculture completed the Caridad Norte and Sur solar-powered irrigation system, which is expected to benefit around 125 farmers in the barangays of Caridad Norte and Caridad Sur in Llanera, Nueva Ecija. Bit of a briefer on the cabinet meeting yesterday. Before the meeting, there was a side meeting with the President, attended by Secretary of Foreign Affairs Alan Cayetano. There was Secretary of Labor Bello, Presidential Advisor on OFW concerns and Muslim concerns, Secretary Mamao, myself, as well as SAPGO. Now, Secretary Mamao had just returned from Kuwait. He came bearing good news for the President. The good news, though, we will withhold releasing until we've had actual realization. No? But the President then said that Secretary Mamao would be appointed, as he will be appointed, Special Envoy to Kuwait, and he was tasked to return to Kuwait immediately to make sure that all Filipinos who should be sent back home can return home. I do not know when Secretary Mamao can actually fly back to Kuwait, but the marching order of the President was as soon as possible. I will not divulge yet the good news, because the last time that I said that the ties with Kuwait were completely normal, you know what happened. No? The Philippine ambassador was recalled. So let's wait for actual results before announcing the positive news relayed by Secretary Mamao to the President. Now, on other matters, the President will be commemorating the renaming of Benham Rice to Philippine Rice by visiting the Philippine Rice itself, and this is on May 15 to 16, and it will also be to launch the start of scientific research to be conducted by around 50 scientists. So the event will be attended by the 50 scientists whom the President will be sending off, no, as they start their scientific researches in Philippine rice. Now, on Dzxl, the President, after much discussion, said that he will create a 3-man panel of experts, all Asians, no Westerners, and he will be bound by the findings of these 3-man experts on the issue of whether or not Dzxl actually caused deaths. No? Now, the problem of the President is, although there is a finding of a POW expert and there is the PGH panel of experts finding, as a lawyer and a former prosecutor, he knows that expert witnesses can cancel out each other's testimonies. In effect, he said that with conflicting testimonies from the experts from POW and the PGH, he is constrained to seek further advice from disinterested parties, and that's why he requested that the panel of experts should be foreign, should have no links absolutely with the Philippine government. Wala po dapat ties sa gobyerno ng Pilipinas yung mga ekspertong mga dayuhan na nais na imbitahin ni Presidente para magbigay ng kanilang opinion tungkol sa Dzxl. At syempre po dapat wala pong mga links ito sa Sanofi. At pakikinggan po niya report at opinyon ng mga ekspertong ito nang makausad na tayo dito sa issue ng Demvaxia. So sa ngayon po, nag-aantay pa ng mas malinaw na scientific finding ang ating presidente, kaya nga po bubuin niya itong 3-man panel ng experts para po malaman talaga kung anong dapat gawin dito sa Demvaxia. Pero samantala po ay suportado po ng presidente yung lahat ng initiatives ng DOH ngayon, kasama na yung paghingi ng isang batas galing sa Kongreso para magastos po yung halaga na refund ng Sanofi sa atin, mga 1 billion plus, para matulungan yung mga naging biktima ng Demvaxia. Now, I can confirm that si Secretary Teo po ay nag-attend ng cabinet meeting. Hindi po napag-usapan ang DOT controversy sa cabinet meeting mismo. Bagamat matapos po ang pagpupulong ay mga siguro 10 to 15 minutes nakapag one-on-one si Secretary Teo at ang Presidente. Seryoso po sila pareho dun sa nakita kong mga facial expression, pero hindi ko po alam ang totoong nangyari. So I am constrained to clarify that I still have no information on whether or not Secretary Teo has in fact resigned. No? So until I get further information from the President, I'm not able to confirm nor deny the report or a report that was published by a major daily today. Questions?
Tuesday nyo?
Sir, alam natin yung malaking balita ngayon kay Secretary Teo, pero sabi nyo nga hindi nyo pa ma-confirm as of this time. Magkakaroon po ba kayo ng chance na makausap si Presidente today para makuha yung confirmation na yan? Or
Opo.
Secretary Medialdea?
Sa totoo lang po, pinabalik ako ni Presidente. Natapos ako po umalis na ng palasyo. Nasa Santa Mesa po ako, bumalik ako, pero hindi na rin po ako naantay ni Presidente. So, mamaya pong 3:00 ang unang pagkakataon na makikita ko si Presidente at tatanungin ko po kung ano yung naging one-on-one niya kay Secretary Teo.
So by then, sir, mga 4 o'clock, pwede ka na naming makuhanan ng additional info on the matter?
Siguro po, at least malalaman ko kung ano yung sasabihin sa akin ni Presidente na pinag-usapan nila ni Secretary Teo. Pero sayang po, hindi ko naabutan nung pinabalik ako dito sa Malacanang.
Hindi ba na-tackle, sir, yung possible kaso na pwedeng kaharapin ni Secretary Wanda Teo?
As I said po, hindi ko pa alam kung ano nangyari dito sa pag-uusap dahil hindi ako nakabalik on time.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Chona, you?
Sir, good morning. What will happen to the investigation being conducted by the Office of the President? Will still continue, or if and when nag-resign na nga si Secretary Teo, hanggang dun na lang ba?
Gaya ng aking sinasabi dati po, no? Sa level po ng Presidente, sa mga presidential appointees, ang investigasyon ay para alamin kung mananatili o mapapaalis sa pwesto ang isang presidential appointee. Yung pagsasampa po ng kaso, yan po ay katungkulan na ng Ombudsman at hindi na po ng Office of the President.
So tuloy pa rin po yung investigation, sir, ng OP?
Sa pagkakaalam ko po ay tuloy, pero parang lahat po ng dokumento ay hawak na po ni Executive Secretary Medialdea.
Deo de Guzman?
Sir, tuloy po yung investigation and hawak na po ni Secretary Medialdea yung papers. So, is it safe to assume na dahil na may action na si Presidente based on the reports na lumabas, may action na, so is it safe to say na tapos na yung investigation?
Well, hindi ko po alam kung may action na. Yun nga po ang problema, no? You're saying na may action na po based on a report by a newspaper, which I'm neither confirming nor denying because I have no information, no? So, I cannot confirm or deny that po. As far as I know, all documents are in. I do not know if Secretary Medialdea has made a recommendation to the President, pero I will find out this afternoon po. At least kung ano yung status.
Sir, sakali po na na totoo nga, confirm nga na lumabas yung balita na confirm nyo later today. Ano po mangyayari doon sa Tulfo Brothers? Would you advise them would the palace advise them na wag nang umere doon sa PTV4 and Radyo Pilipinas?
That's premature po dahil hindi ko po alam kung anong mangyayari. right now, hindi ko po alam kung anong mangyayari.
Thanks,
so, hindi ko po alam kung anong sasabihin. Now, can I read also a statement, no? And the President wants to give this priority. This is from well, I just got information again which I will have to confirm, but President Duterte was briefed last night after the cabinet meeting by Cabinet Secretaries Jesus de Reza and Silvestre Bello to inform him that the efforts to resume peace negotiations with the CPP, NPA, NDF are underway, with back-channel informal talks now taking place in Europe. Secretaries Dureza and Bello informed the President that his clear directives are being relayed across the table and are now the subject of discussions in the ongoing meetings. Our team is now... Biglang nawala. Sorry, nawala. So...
Joseph.
So our team is now in Europe and we are informed that there are initial positive results so far. This according to Secretary Dureza. The team will return home soon to personally brief the President of the outcome. Secretary Bello said, "We are doing our best to meet the deadline set by the President about the resumption of talks within 60 days, he added.
At yan po ang press briefing na nagaganap ngayon at ating balikan si Radyo Mandeo de Guzman. Radyo Mandeo?
Yes, Rajaman Hansi. Yun nga yung bahagi ng press briefing itong si Secretary Harry Roque dito sa Palasyo ng Malacanang. Doon sa issue, talon na natin yung sa issue ng Department of Tourism ay sinabi nitong si Secretary Harry Roque na sa ngayon ay wala pa rin talaga siyang detalye doon sa kung hindi pa niya mako-confirm kung magkakaroon, kung talagang sinibak, pinag-resign o nag-resign itong si Secretary Teo o si Secretary Juan de Teo ng Department of Tourism. At sinasabi nito si Secretary Roque na mamayang alas 3 ng hapon ay magkakaroon siya ng pagkakataon na makaharap o makausap si Pangulong Duterte at doon niya ito ikukumpirma at sa kanya ngayon i-relay sa Malacanang press corps ang kanyang resulta ng kanyang pagkikipag-usap kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Sa issue naman ng Vaxa, Radyo Nancy, ay sinabi ni Secretary Roque base sa cabinet meeting kagabi ay bubuo si Pangulong Duterte ng 3-man expert na sa namang mag-aaral doon sa Vaxa at yung tatlong personalidad na ito ay sinasabi ni Secretary Roque na walang ties sa Pilipinas, walang link sa Sanofi at talagang magiging independent at ito anya yung pakikinggan din ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte yung resulta ng pag-aaral ng 3-man expert na ito. At sinabi rin, kinumpirma na din ito si Secretary Roque na pupunta si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa Benham Rise para sa komemorasyon ng naming nito at ito ay gagawin sa May 15 hanggang 16 at doon din ang launching ng scientific research kung saan 50 scientists ang magsisimula mag-research doon sa Benham Rise o sa Philippine Rise. At sinabi din ito si Secretary Roque na nakapagpulong kahapon bago ang cabinet meeting itong si Foreign Affairs Secretary Alan Peter Cayetano, Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III, si Secretary Mamao at kung saan ay galing daw itong si Secretary Abdullah Mamao at sa Kuwait at ito ay may dalang good news pero hindi mo na daw gagawing ibubunyag itong good news na ito dahil ito ay dapat mag-materialize muna bago isa publiko at inutusan daw ni Pangulong Duterte itong si Secretary Mamao na bumalik ng Kuwait para ipagpatuloy ang negosasyon o ang pagkipag-usap sa Kuwaiti government. So yan muna ang mga press briefing o ang ilang bahagi ng press briefing dito sa Palasyo ng Malacanang. Radyo Mandeo de Guzman, Tatak RMN.
Maraming salamat Radyo Mandeo de Guzman at ito naman yung mga balitan dapat ninyong abangan sa RMN News Nationwide, The Sound of the Nation, kasama si Radyo Man Buddy Oberas at Radyo Man Jane Martin. Malacanang, walang opisyal na kumpirmasyon sa umano'y pagsibak ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte kay Tourism Secretary Juan de Teo. Pilipinas, dapat na umanong magpasaklolo sa kaalyadong bansa para pigilan ang China sa West Philippine Sea. At sa sports, Philadelphia 76ers buhay pa kontra Boston Celtics. Yan at iba pang mga balita ang dapat ninyong abangan sa RMN News Nationwide, The Sound of the Nation, kasama si Radyoman Buddy Oberas at Radyoman Jane Martin. Ako po ang inyong Radyoman Ramsey Tirona. Huwag kayong lilipat, susunod na po ang RMN News Nationwide, The Sound of the Nation. Oras natin